Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengpong. And homage to His Holiness 16 Karmapa, and homage to Master Dupten Darji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of Homa today. The emanation of the heart, from the heart of Amitabha Buddha, Manohara Vasudhara, the wealth-attracting goddess or deity. Semu, Tanten Katso, Tutan City, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, and spiritual center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon. How do you do? All the greetings in different languages.
I still. Sarange. Hola, amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sugoyin. Ichiba. Kimoji. Jumi. Yabi. Brin. Konnichiwa. 现在通知大家
I would like to announce
下一个礼拜天
for next Sunday,
10月16日
October 16th at 3 p.m.
这是很大的规模
This would be a major, a great Homa.
看嘛啦，哇啦呀，说哈。 是十人金刚
Kamala Walaya Soha is the Kala Chakra Homa fire offering ceremony.
这十人金刚啊
This Kala Chakra
在一个净土当中，就是香巴拉净土
is at the Shambhala Pure Land or Shambhala Buddhaverse.
在这个净土里面。
In this Buddhaverse or Pure Land,
都修习十人金刚法。
all beings there practice Kala Chakra Dharma.
也就是阿弥陀佛。
This Kala Chakra
还有
is Amitabha Buddha, and most importantly, Sakyamuni Buddha. During the ceremony at the Vulture Peak to emanate a body to Sri Danyakataka Pagoda in South India. And King Suchandra from Shambhala kingdom received the transmission of Kalachakra Dharma and brought it back to Shambhala Pure Land. Therefore, everyone there practiced Kalachakra Dharma or Tantra, Tantric Dharma or Tantra. So this Tantra represents or symbolizes that through the turning of the wheel of the time, or through the turning of the giant wheel of time, you manifest your Buddha nature. The most important essence of the Kalachakra Tantra is you would know that amid the giant wheel of time in the world that connect the past, present, and future, and from then on, you manifest the Buddha nature with great wisdom. That's the greatest meaning of Kalachakra and the mantra.
Kama Valaya Swaha.
Om Ha Kamala Valaya Soha. And the mudra, which is the wheel of time mudra.
它的像呢，十人金刚的像
Kalachakra Heruka
就代表着红菩提
image has red to represent the red body, the white part represents the white body, and the blue part represents the qi, or the subtle or vital energy.
这个十人法是
So the Kalachakra Tantra in Tantric Buddhism
教派所共同尊崇。
is commonly and highly revered in all four sects of Tibetan Tantric Buddhism. They highly revere Kalachakra and practice it. This Dharma is extremely supreme and sublime. If you want to create affinity with Kalachakra, then register yourself to become primary supplicant. If you don't want at all to prove the past, present, and future amid the wheel of time, that the past, present, and future are not divided, but they have become, or they become one point. So if you create connection with Kalachakra, you also create connection with the Pure Lands. Today we perform Manuhara, the wealth-attracting goddess deity. And I have said it earlier that primarily she would let you have sufficient or ample resources, but actually she can perform all four practices of purification, enrichment, magnetization, and subjugation. But most importantly, she attracted all the wealth and riches onto the Sukhavati. Therefore, in Sukhavati, all golden sand everywhere. We can say the whole Sukhavati is covered with gold. So they also have all the palaces, pagodas, balconies, pavilions are made of gold and the 7 precious jewels. And in Sukhavati, there's also the indranet of bright pearls or jewels. So Manuhara, noise. So she brought all the precious jewels, including the bright pearls of the indranet and the 7-layered nets and trees brought from the Avatamsaka realm to the Sukhavati, or western realm of utmost bliss. Like the 8 meritorious water, it came from the Amrita realm. So she brought, or she hooked and brought the meritorious nectar water from that realm to
西
Sukhavati.
方极乐世界有数不尽的宫殿，
还有哎。
它在佛国净土。
So in Sukhavati there are countless palaces that are the most beautiful of all the Pure Lands and Buddha verses. I have said what I'm telling you
财
today,
神到我家，
that today the wealth deity has come home to my
到
home.
我家，
So the wealth and fill You are frugal and
歌唱的好听，
raising the family, you are talented, you sing well, and you play the ball really well. And that said, yes, I think so. We all have good qualities, and do you know what yours? The lady nurse to accompany you?
妈妈扶起来，
And then they said, okay, help me sit up.
还是护士小姐。
And got home and told his dad, and dad said, it's so easy, let me write the following verse.
把爸爸写的下联，
And the second day, Ming brought it to school and gave it to teacher. Life and death, death and
先
life.
生先死，先死先生。
This is a little bit of play of word. So 先生 also like Mr., which is like the teacher, but it's also meaning like you live first and then die
好，我们
first.
进入主题。台湾
Now we get into the main topic, the Q&A. Question from Taiwan, 莲花景信.
意向
Homage to Grandmaster.
至尊开始。
Please advise on the following questions. 1. The Raja Sutra states, all minds are no
心
minds,
不可得，现在心
and
不可得
the，mind of the
未来
past
心
is
不可得
unattainable, the mind of the present is unattainable, and the mind of the future is unattainable.
戒得不当，
Grandmaster
一心无所
explained
得。
that because sentient beings cannot obtain what they want, so essentially it is
豁
unattainable.
然开朗，
Your explanation is so direct and concise, it opened my heart
因
mind.
为众生
So may I extrapolate? Because the phenomena
所产生的
of the
心
mind of sentient beings occur due to their six
为
senses,
实相，
thus they are essentially not real phenomena.
众生
That's why
过
no
去、
mind.
现在、未来的想法，
And sentient beings have no thoughts of the past. Oh, sentient beings have thoughts of the past, present, and future. So they're bound by time and space.
相人
Thus,
相，
they still have phenomena of self after sentient beings and lifespan.
但实相即是非
But
相，
real phenomena is non-phenomena. It transcends time and space. It is immovable, and it is the truth nature.
它是第一个
So,
问题。我不是
for
说
the first question,
他自己问，又自己答。
so he asked and answered himself. So what is he talking about? What is he asking now?
那第二个，他讲，
And
师尊
second,
说，
the master
一
said
个名词，言结
that
心
Bodhisattva is just a
言
name.
结自性，
The Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment states The self-nature of perfect enlightenment has nature and has no nature. It arises following natures, and it is neither attained nor proven. With respect to real phenomena, there is no bodhisattva or sentient beings. Why? Because both bodhisattvas and sentient beings are illusions. So my question is, a bodhisattva has broken the four phenomena. So why the Buddha said that bodhisattvas are also illusory? So is it that the real phenomena in the whole universe is only Buddha nature, whereas sentient beings in the 3,000 great thousand worlds are all aggregates and illusory? So this is really interesting. Bodhisattva is just a name. And the Sutra Perfect Enlightenment also states the self-nature of perfect enlightenment has nature and has no nature. It arises following natures, and it is neither attained nor proven. With respect to real phenomena, there is no bodhisattva or sentient beings. Why? Because bodhisattvas and sentient beings are illusions. So the question is, why bodhisattvas are also illusory? So the only real phenomena in the whole universe is only Buddha nature, whereas all the sentient beings and the 3,000 great thousand worlds are all aggregates and illusory, aggregates, pindagraha, or combinations and illusory. Okay, my answer. Look at bodhisattvas, the living sentient beings in samsara, and sentient beings in samsara are all illusory. They're all illusions. So talking about merit, there really is no merit. Because there is no merit, it is called merit. It's often stated in the Vajra Sutra. The so-called merit is because there is no merit. That's why it's called merit. The so-called bodhisattva is just a name. It is merely a name. It's mentioned in the Vimalakirti Sutra. Anything that can be spoken is fake or unreal or not right or incorrect. So the 3,000 great thousand worlds are actually aggregates, and all sentient beings are also aggregates. Pindagraha. We are all aggregates, right? We're just an aggregate of the four elements: the earth, water, fire, and wind. Every one of us. And it is non-abiding. And what is non-abiding? Whether you're beautiful or handsome, it's momentary. You're just beautiful in that short period of time. Outside of it, you're an old lady for the woman, or an old man for the man. They will become grandpa and grandma. We have a disciple in True Buddha School called Lianhua Meili, or Lianhua Beautiful from Singapore. The lotus is beautiful, however, when old, that's how aggregates are. They deteriorate. The same with the whole world. It used to be fine before, or 3 years ago. There was no COVID-19, no coronavirus. Never happened before. And all of a sudden, it appeared. And now everybody's wearing masks. Very beautiful. We've been wearing it for 3 years.
In mainland China, 有几个他要清零，就是完全把新冠病毒。
They want to have a zero, or they have zero COVID policy.
完全都没有病毒。有病毒的。
So what I heard.
新疆的书记。
That secretary in Xinjiang, that there were 6 or 7 infected COVID-19, and the secretaries got fired. And Shanghai was closed down, Shenzhen closed down, and many places. What kind of a world this is? It has changed. In the past, we've never heard about lockdown and closing of cities and country lockdown. And up till now, Taiwan is not open yet. It starts opening from November 13th. See, and now? Oh, October 13th. So not today. So it's still locked down. Foreigners cannot go there. But does it mean after they lock down they have no COVID-19? No, they still have many of them. In the 40,000 infection every day in Taiwan, every day. But no such things from before 3 years ago. So things deteriorate, the whole universe changes, ever changes. Look at Seattle in America. In the past, in October, we have rain in October. And as it rains, it cools down. Every time it rains, it cools down. I remember they all wear winter coats in October. But how about today? What is the temperature? Almost 30 degrees today, 28. 24, whatever. You're all saying your versions.
不过真的根本不是以前的西雅图了。
So it's not like Seattle in the past. It's changed totally. So hot.
我本来是带着这个。
I was wearing my scarf.
昨天晚上我还带。
Like last night, I did. So I took it off today because I sweat.
根本不是以前的西雅图了。
So it's not the old Seattle anymore. It's changed.
今天的整个全世界都在变了。
And globally too.
那个 COVID-19 的那个病毒。
And look at the coronavirus. It changed the whole world.
所以很多事情呢，不能够保证永远这样子。
So we cannot keep it permanent. Everything is ever changing. And sometimes just it changes momentarily. Just like that. It changed. That's why I'm telling all of you that bodhisattvas and sentient beings are all illusory, and all the 3,000 great thousand worlds and everything in it are all ever-changing. They all just aggregates. Nothing is unchanged. That's why about the joke. Lives and deaths and lives, everything is ever-changing. Doesn't matter how rich you are, how powerful or high status you have, or how beautiful you are. Everything is ever-changing. Those are just yours for a moment. It's momentary. Once you understand this, let's not talk about the bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas too are just names.
是布施功德。
It's just that they are performing
菩萨行的是布施功德，我们给
the merit of generosity, and we give the name Bodhisattva.
将来他往生到，或者他证得了佛性。
And in the future, when they
往生到
prove their Buddha nature and
可以往生到
they
好的地方，
ascend to a better realm, Bodhisattvas can still ascend to the better
那个
realms.
才是破
And
灭
they don't have to be reincarnated in the 6 rebirth realms. Only then that is forever. Only then it is forever.
否则都是幻化。
Otherwise, everything is illusory, everything is momentary, everything is temporary.
真的证得了佛性，其实证
Only
得也
when
是
you
非常
attain and prove Buddha nature, actually that attainment too is non-attainment and non-attainment.
恒永恒的 forever。
But actually you're already everlasting and forever. So that's the correct answer to
也
his
只是一个
questions.
名词，佛也是
So even Buddha is just a name.
佛也是一个名词，
Buddha
佛
is just a
本身
name.
10个称号，
There are 10 different epithets for a Buddha.
正偏知也是佛，
So the Sanyak Sambuddha,
也是佛，
which is the all-knowing, that's also refers to a Buddha.
没有
And the
你在这个
unexcelled
师父
teacher, that also refers to a Buddha.
养不上师
They're just the alternative
一个称号，
names for Buddha.
还有呢，
And what else? Many of
对
them.
这佛的10个称号，
They are the 10 epithets for a Buddha.
都是代表。
They all represent
佛
or
也不一定，
symbolizes
这个就是佛
Buddha.
啊，其他的就不是。
So even Buddha is not just Buddha. They have other names.
所以你真正要得到永恒，
So if you
圆
want
满的觉悟，
to
圆满的觉悟，
attain
圆觉经就是
everlasting life or
圆
forever,
满觉悟的经典，你
you
要
read
得
the
到
Sutra of
圆满
Perfect
的
Enlightenment.
觉悟，
So the perfect, if you want to attain
才
perfect
叫做佛。
realization, align perfect enlightenment and realization, only then that is forever.
使无有众生如来度者。
So
啊，
the
是明显
question,
说，因为众生本具佛性，只是还在做梦尚未被唤醒而已。印证圆觉经。
the third question, the Raja Sutra states in reality there is no sentient beings being delivered by the Tathagata. And Gayamasa explained, because sentient beings have Buddha nature, they have not, it's just that they have not been awakened yet, they are in dreams.
万亿不可收。
So Gayamasa's statement complies with the following from the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment.
如指空花。
These bodhisattvas and future sentient beings have attainments through this mindfulness, and thus they have not been practicing and have no attainments. The perfect enlightenment is all-encompassing, nirvana, and the only one. In the infinite Ashamka Buddha worlds, as many as the river sands, all the bubbles or foams of emptiness arise and cease randomly. They are non-coming and non-going, without bondage and without liberation. So upon attaining Buddhahood, sentient beings know that from beginning to end, birth and death, nirvana are just like dreams of yesterday. My question is, the Buddhas manifested Pure Lands to teach and guide sentient beings. Yet when sentient beings reach the Pure Lands, they that have not attained Buddhahood, and are they considered dreaming? And the beings in Pure Lands should not be attached to the Pure Lands. Instead, they must cultivate to attain Buddhahood. But why? Because the Pure Lands are already so magnificent. Why would they want to become Buddhas? Like I said, in Sukhavati, there are two major things. One is utmost bliss, no sufferings. In such realm, there are no sufferings. There is only utmost bliss, very happy. And in that realm, it is non-regressing. So, non-regressing, if you get there, so the appearance will also manifested by Amitabha Buddha, Avalokitesvara, and Mastamaprapta, and they are the three main deities in Sukhavati, or the western realm of atmosphere. So his question is, if we get to Sukhavati, why does one need to cultivate spiritually? They are already liberated from the transmigration realm. And it's good enough to have the utmost bliss. Why do they want to become Buddhahood? That's his question. Why do they want to become a Buddha? Because the Pure Lands are only manifested lands. There is a benefit to go there. The 7 layers internet and the 7 layers trees, and with the soft breeze they would emit the wonderful, marvelous sound. The kalavinkas, parrots, peacocks, and they would produce marvelous sound to express the 37 factors to help enlightenment. When you hear such sounds, you would really strive, and you would want to attain Buddhahood. So it does not. So the desire does not come from the sentient beings. Doesn't matter whether you want to become a Buddha or not in Sukhavati. All the sounds would naturally entice you to chant the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and naturally you would want to strive to have unhindered Buddha nature, to attain complete liberation, that all you have left is just Buddha nature. All happens naturally. Nobody needs to do it advertently. That amid the sound, you would naturally practice and naturally cultivate. So even if you don't want to cultivate, you have no choice. So all happens naturally. It's the truth, natural. That the kalavinkas, peacocks, parrots, the jiravankas all produce, and you would feel the utmost bliss, no bondage whatsoever, and you would naturally practice the 37 enlightening factors. And that's suchness in true nature. That's why once you get to the Pure Lands, you are not regressing. You are freed from the bondage of the transmigration. So today, we will talk about the great rigorous bodhisattva, accumulated treasures bodhisattva, accumulated eloquence bodhisattva, and then precious hand. We will talk about 3 bodhisattvas, and then for the future, precious hand, precious seals, raising hand bodhisattvas. So we'll see. What is the great rigorous bodhisattva? Great. Someone asked Sakyamuni Buddha, what is big? Oh, great. And the Buddha answered just with one statement. The one in union with the Tao or the way is great. Today, in our tantric practices, if you are in union with your yidam, the yidam represents Tao or the way. Your yidam, the so-called wisdom deity, is yidam. Your yidam is the wisdom deity with great wisdom. And this great represents the wisdom deity. So when you're in union with the great wisdom, by embodying the great wisdom, you're called great. That is great. But without the great wisdom, then you're not considered great. You're just small. And you think, like nowadays, we have many wealth people in Taiwan, like the Chai clan, Phu Bang Guo Thai group. And the national leader of Taiwan is by the family named Chai. So many with the family names Chai, but not Lu. And the leader was the Chai with bad English. And Phu Bang Guo Thai group, and the Ge clan with Ge Tai Ming. They're all very rich. Private jets, private boats. And his wealth, man, it's like trillions, but trillions, zillions, whatever. But do they have great wisdom? If they have great wisdom and they have great power and lots of money, then that would be perfect. That would be perfect. But unfortunately, there are very few people have great wisdom. Once you have great wisdom, and you use the great wisdom to adorn yourself, so for Buddhas, they are the so-called Dhammakaya Buddhas, Sambhogakaya Buddhas, and Nirmanakaya Buddhas. The Dhammakaya Buddhas are extremely magnificent and dignified. Sambhogakaya Buddhas are extremely magnificent. Dhammakaya Buddhas have no form. And the Nirmanakaya Buddhas have the 32 marks of perfection and 80 secondary marks. Why do they have such magnificent and dignified look? Because they embody great wisdom. And the one with great wisdom is called the greatly
哪个权力最高？
magnificent or adorned bodhisattva.
哪个钱最多？
That's why Grandmaster is never envious of those with the great authority or power or with great wealth. You know, we're of course incomparable to people. We have many billionaires, not only billionaires, trillionaires.
美金以上这些富豪多得很。
Many of them.
东南亚，我听说东南亚。
I heard in Southeast Asia too, the richest there.
美金的富豪，这是非常多的，非常多的。
There are many billionaires there, and I heard in Taiwan too.
都是数亿万美金以上，但是我并不羡慕那个美丽更。
But I'm never envious of them. And even less so for looks, beauty, or handsomeness. Because those are fleeting. You know, in Tibet they use 16-year-old ladies or girls because 16 is the climax, and after 16 they start to deteriorate. And in the West, 18 is an adult. And after 25, they start to age. They start to go downhill. And when they reach middle age and old age, well, that's really unbearable to look. That's why I often say, at 1, you're born with merriment. At 10, you're into your studies. At 20, you're at the top of your youth. At 30s, you're into your career. At 40s, you start to gain weight. At 50s, you pretend you're strong. At 60s, you start to have hypertension. At 70s, you start to be forgetful. At 80s, you wobble when you walk. At 90s, you forget everything. At 100s, you hang at the wall. But in Chinese, they all rhyme. So everything is ever changing. It used to be all black hair, and at the end, all silver hair, and wobbling teeth, and fuzzy eyesights. Nothing in samsara should be envied. And the most important one is the Bodhisattva greatly adorned with great wisdom. So now we understand. Next is accumulated treasures Bodhisattva. So you have obtained lots of Dharma treasures, lots of Dharmas, like Grandmaster or True Buddha School has transmitted so many Dharmas, and you have received a lot of them, and you have benefited from them. You have used them. So this, you receive treasures of Dharmas, of Tantric Dharmas, and they're real, and they really functional, effective. And you gather all those treasures, then you are the accumulated Bodhisattva. Accumulated precious Bodhisattva. So you're not like in one ear and out the other, and you have nothing left. Things is not creating any effect on you. You just listen, but you stay the same. You stay mundane. You're just a mundane being. You don't know how to practice them or apply them. But if you do your Dharma practice and you have spiritual experiences, you gain spiritual response or spiritual union with your yidam, and then you receive the great wisdom. And when you have embodied the great wisdom, you're the greatly adorned Bodhisattva. And after receiving the transmission of all these dharmas, you gain spiritual responses, then you would become accumulated treasures Bodhisattva. You have all the dharma treasures. And whatever you encounter, you know what dharma to use to alleviate it. And you have self-mastery, and you're free and at ease. And you've become a Bodhisattva, and this Bodhisattva is called Accumulated Treasures Bodhisattva. Sakyamuni Buddha has transmitted many dharmas, and the most important three dharmas are: everything is impermanent, like I just said. From age 1 to age 100, hang at the wall. What does it prove? That everything is impermanent. You're rich, but it's not forever. One day you would be poor. My grandfather was very rich. He had 6 wives. During the Second World War, the East Market was filled with his houses. His name was Lu Chang. He had 6 wives because he had money. Of course, if you have money, you would have many wives. It's normal. I'm very envious of my granddad. I am very envious of my grandfather. But during the World War II, because nearby in Jiayi, there was a military airport, Suisang Airport, and the American battleships bombed the airport and the whole city of Jiayi. So all of his properties were obliterated, and there was a fire all over the city of Jiayi. The whole Eastern market, they all gone. His wealth completely evaporated just like that. So that's everything is impermanent. So my father was very poor. Very poor and suffering. That's why wealth is not forever. Fame and reputation also not forever. Power and authority is also not forever. Look at the President of United States from Washington till today. They have power, but not forever. Korean presidents are worse. When they became a president, they were the highest in the country, and then they would be imprisoned or kill themselves, jump into the ocean. The ex-president. That's why this position and status, power, not forever. And money, nothing is forever. What else can be forever? But Dharma, Dharma wealth, Dharma treasures. If you learn all the Tantric Dharma and you can benefit from it, you can use it, and you gain spiritual experiences, spiritual responses, and you can liberate yourself. So you can accumulate all the Dharma wealth, and you can make use of it, benefit from it, and also benefit sentient beings. Then you will be called the accumulated treasures Bodhisattva. The next one is accumulated eloquence Bodhisattva. So by having the accumulated eloquence Bodhisattva, whatever question asked, you can answer. So that's called the unparalleled, unhindered eloquence.
像每天啊，有弟子问你问题。
Like every time there are questions asked by disciples like Lianhua Qinxin from Taiwan. Every week we have Q&A. I have no references here. But you can answer them. Why? Because you have great wisdom. And you have lots of Dharma treasures. You know them all. So whatever questions asked, you can use the appropriate Dharma to answer. Anything can be answered. So using whatever Dharma. So the one with great wisdom, with lots of Dharma treasures, then of course you would become eloquence, accumulated bodhisattva, accumulated eloquence bodhisattva. Or bodhisattva with the accumulation of eloquence. Nobody can win over you. About debates in India, there was a tradition that they like to debate. In Tibet, they had two influences. One from India to Tibet. So Tibetan Tantric Buddhism came from India. Marpa went to India to seek Dharma from Naropa and studied there and returned to Tibet, and it became Kagyupa, the white sect. And for Sakyapa, Zomi, the translator, went to India to seek Dharma and returned and transmitted the three su'ers, the Nyingmapa. And Marpa was a disciple of Zomi, the translator too, but he also went to India. So the Tibetan culture is also influenced by Indian culture. So therefore Tibetan lamas love to debate and asking a question and you need to answer. They do this. So that's called debating the sutras. And the tradition came from India. Debates. And the winner of the debates, like in early tantric times, that was Guru Padmasambhava that brought in. And he was also from India. Actually, he's Afghanistanis. He's from Afghanistan area. And he was the one that brought Tantric Buddhism into Tibet. And that's the Nyingma Pa, or the old school. And then the latter stage was by Atisha, the Venerable Guru Atisha. Which is invaded by the Kuku kingdom, the king of the Kuku kingdom. That was the start of the new tradition in Tibet. And he talked about the three spiritual roots, spiritual capacities. And the Venerable Atisha was a master debater. And he was very good when he was in India. Well, for each debate, like the loser would give a parasol to the winner of the debate. So that's why Atisha had many parasols, which showed that he was a great spiritual guide with knowledge. And then the loser would also give the winner his temple. So he had many keys of the temples. So before he entered Tibet, he carried many keys with him, very heavy, because each key is the key to a temple. Why did he have that temple? Because they lost over him. And so a parasol, a temple, and all the followers would take refuge to the winner. So Atisha got many followers, many parasols, and many temples. He always won. So Atisha entered Tibet and established the latter stage of or tradition of Tantric Buddhism. So the early tradition was by Guru Padmasambhava, the latter was by Atisha. So the one with the strong skill in debate and eloquence is called, like Atisha, accumulated eloquence bodhisattva, that they could explain with good rationals, then convince the other parties.
然后又要给他这个庙还要送给他。
So the winner will get parasol, temple, and the followers.
今天讲这个大眼菩萨。
So today we talk about the greatly adorned Bodhisattva, accumulated treasures Bodhisattva, and accumulated eloquence Bodhisattva.
正在上课，突然老师的手机响，老师看了又看，
In class,
写了半天，问
the teacher's cell phone
领
rang,
导的电话，
and the teacher looked at the cell phone and said, "Oh, it's a phone from my boss. Should I get it?" And all the students replied, "Yes." So he
什么事啊？
answered the phone and walked outside and said, "Hey, honey, wife, my wife,
领导
what's up?" That's his boss.
老板问小明，小明，你是不是去
The boss asked me,
韩国旅游了吗？ 严总，
Didn't you go to Korea?
我没有购物，
How come you all bruised all over because I didn't go shopping?
难道被
And the
导
boss said, "What? You don't go shopping and then you were hit by the tour guide?" No, it was my wife who
没
hit
有购
me.
物回去被老婆打？在公车上，小偷正在
So at the bus,
拔一位先生的皮包。
a thief, a pickpocket was extending his hand into the pocket of a man, and then a woman tapped on the thief's shoulder and said, "Don't worry, I have picked it, so nothing there."
佩服佩服，
And the pickpocket said, "Oh, wow, you're so good. You're my senior."
不是你的前辈。
And then the wife said, "No, I'm just his wife."
各有一套，
So everyone is a master of something. So the wife is even
小明啊，生意失败了，
Ming lost in his business.
亲子都失和了，
The couple,
浑噩噩的日子。
it's not in harmony anymore.
有一天呢，小
They just get by.
走着走着，
And one day, Ming was walking on the street and fainted. When he woke up,
共处一室，
he was living with an ET.
诉说了他的近况，
And Ming
夫妻
talked about his life history,
妻分手了，离
separation
开他，
with the family, and lost the business.
离开地球，
and pledging the ED to bring him back to earth.
我是很同情你的遭遇。
And the ED said, well, I'm very sympathetic, but
的遭遇跟你是一样的。
I encountered the same thing that you did. So that's why I come to earth to seek a new life.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.